So David, we've all wanted to know this. Why did you choose network marketing as your vehicle for distribution? And
Yeah.
thank you, by the way, for doing that.
Well, that was, I think, divinely inspired because at the time I really didn't want anything to do with network marketing. I had come out of some very traditional business models. And when I was getting started, I thought, well, maybe I will try to get this into a retail store like GNC or get it on the radio. I was kind of thinking along that way. And I had a series of events that occurred in my life where I met somebody and then they introduced me to somebody. And then I was speaking with a doctor and he was telling another doctor about it. And then I ended up speaking with Richard Quick, who was a 6-time U.S. Olympic coach and the coach of the Stanford University swim team. And I got the opportunity to visit Coach Quick and apply the energy patches to the Stanford women's swim team, which was an amazing experience. And in the first 3 weeks, we had 6 out of the 8 swimmers break their personal lifetime best in their event. Wow. And I realized that the way that I got there was through networking. And so I had been meeting people saying, you've got the perfect product for network marketing. And eventually I realized that was true. And so after 2 years trying to figure things out, in August of 2004, LifeWave was set up. And November of 2004 was our first month as a network marketing company.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been great ever since.
We are so glad that you realized that networking is how you met everybody.
Me too. Oh yeah, me too. I'm very grateful for that.
So why do you think that right now, in this particular moment in time, that LifeWave is a good business opportunity for creating financial security, financial abundance for the many?
Yeah, there are a lot of reasons for this and many ways that you can answer this question. Just yesterday, I was speaking with a very well-known network marketing attorney in the United States. And he had said to me that all of his clients were telling him, and he only has network marketing companies as clients, was saying that business across the board in our industry is booming. And the reason is that everyone is being forced to stay at home. So there's more people in front of their computers. The economy's been devastated. So people are looking for alternative levels of income. And, of course, here in the United States, the unemployment rate is horrific. So people need money, they're stuck at home, and this is the best time ever to be building a business and having a home-based business. So that's one factor. Secondly, healing has never been more valuable than it is today. We are faced with challenges today that as a species, we have never had to deal with before. So these are things like genetically modified foods. We have engineered foods, which is a whole other subject. We have all types of pollutants that are around us. We have electrosmog, we have 5G. So all of these things are applying pressure to us biologically, and we have to meet this challenge with new technology that's going to support the integrity of our health. So this is one of the many reasons why LifeWave is a great choice. Now, if we just were to focus on X39, for sure, 20 years from now, stem cells and stem cell therapy is going to be commonplace. But today, stem cell injections are extraordinarily expensive, and they're not at the level of sophistication yet where they can really provide people with the type of healing that they'd be looking for from this approach. But yet we have a way very inexpensively, very safely of activating the body's natural systems by activating the stem cells and helping to support overall healing. So there's not going to be any other place where people can find a better way and a less expensive way of taking advantage of stem cell technology than with our products.
Wow. And we were considered an essential business. Is that correct? And why were we considered an essential business? And, we all want to thank you. When everything else was closing down, we were all still getting our patches.
Yeah, so we had to get a few different legal opinions on this, and I will tell you, this wasn't cheap. This cost us about $100,000 to do this, but we started a unpublicized study, which was performed at 2 different hospitals in the United States using our products as a prophylactic and treatment for COVID-19. So we were able to legitimately say, hey, we are providing our products to healthcare workers to support them during COVID-19, which was absolutely true. And that was one of our levers for allowing us to stay open. But it was very expensive for us to go that route, but obviously worth it. And then the other thing is, because we were providing products that supported the overall health of people, that was another reason why we were allowed to stay open. So again, we were really fortunate that we were in that position.
Wow. Yes, thank you. So what do you see as the future for LifeWave, for you, for us as distributors with LifeWave? What do the future looks bright, it seems.
It certainly does. First of all, I'm incredibly thankful that we have such a great leadership team. We get an opportunity to work with these incredibly great minds that have great experience in the industry, and we're always working towards new promotions, new resources, refinements to the compensation plan. We're looking at every possible thing that we can to stay cutting edge and have the best opportunity possible. We've been doing so many hires recently. People that have 15 to 20 years of experience in the industry are coming on board with us now because they see our growth and they love what we're doing. And then, of course, with the products, I'm really excited about what's going to unfold in the next couple of years. It's a challenge trying to think through how to launch these products, what's the timing, how do we want to do it, but it's exciting. So both on the business level, for the products, there's so much going on.
Wow. So do we have time, David? Are you able to take maybe 10 minutes of questions? Is it okay if we do a little Q&A?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay. Thank you so much. So the first question, and if I could have Peter and Geraldine look at chat, you guys can ask some of your questions in chat, but I do have a few people that emailed me ahead of time, so I'll start with those. A lot of people have been wondering we're pretty sure we're FDA approved, but we don't really understand fully what we are and what category, and everybody asks us that.
Okay, so we are not FDA approved. The FDA has 4 different categories, or actually 5, maybe you could consider it, but they have Class 1, Class 2, Class 3. So Class 1 might be something like a Band-Aid or a tongue depressor. Class 2 would be a medical device, and Class 3 would be a drug. So that loosely the way to think about that. FDA also has categories for vitamins and herbs. That's the GRAS list, GRAS, and that means generally recognized as safe. Where we fit in is a category that the FDA created called general wellness. And general wellness is a category for things that improve the flow of energy in the body and do things like improve energy with people, improve the quality of sleep, and other measures of health. So that's the category that we're in. So this is not something that the FDA will approve. You self-declare, and we've been through FDA reviews since 2005 when we started, and so they've never taken issue with the way that we do things.
So when someone asks us, what do we say? Like, how do we stay compliant when someone says, are you FDA approved? how do we answer that and stay compliant?
Yeah, you could say we're FDA compliant and we are recognized as a general wellness product.
Thank you. All right, so David, these are more specific questions, and if these are too specific for the call, please let us know and I can just forward email those to you, okay?
All right.
But after 3 months of use, the X39 didn't improve my rosacea. Is
Rosacea.
rosacea, thank you. Is Alavida recommended for this condition instead? So basically she's wondering what patch maybe to, once again, we don't make claims.
Yeah, so that would be considered a medical claim.
Yeah.
What I would say is to use the glutathione patch actually, and try it out. And if after 30 days you should see a result after 30 days. And if you don't, just return it and you'll get a refund.
Thank you. Okay, and wow. So this question is, what is wow, X39, and is there a urination problem sometimes on it, like you stop urinating when you're on it and you start urinating when you're off of it? Once again, that might be too specific, and that's okay.
Can I
I'll
ask?
address this actually the other way, is that typically what we see with any of the patches is that it increases the amount of urination. And the reason for this is that X39 or any of the patches, they increase the way the body produces energy. So when energy metabolism goes up, the amount of water the body needs goes up. And so as a result, toxins and other metabolic wastes are removed from the body. And so urination typically goes up.
Okay, wonderful. And then there's another question on liver and kidney regeneration, heart or brain, those kinds of things. X39 best?
Okay, so first of all, for the heart and the brain, again, without making any medical claims, we have clinical studies on both X39 and carnosine showing they have significant benefits for the heart and brain. So if you go in the science section of the website, you'll see that we have a study on both X39 and carnosine on cognitive function. Those are really impressive studies, so people can take a look at that. Also, carnosine is known to be stored in the heart, the brain, and the muscle tissue. So if someone was interested in supporting the health of their heart, I would definitely recommend carnosine. As far as the liver and the kidneys, the primary antioxidant in the liver is going to be glutathione, and you also find copper peptide in the liver as well. For the kidneys, that's interesting. I'm looking at a product now specifically for the kidneys. We're testing one. But short of that, I would say X39. And
Wow.
again, we're not making medical claims on regeneration. We're just saying supporting health.
And
Hey,
yes,
Marcy.
yes, go ahead, Peter. Yes.
I have a good question. This is
Go
from
ahead.
one of our doctors. One of our doctors, Dr. DeHaas, he had a lot of people, people report that they got sick. Can this trigger a detox effect?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. And this can happen with any of our patches. And the reason for this is that the patches will trigger an increase in fatty acid metabolism. It's called beta oxidation. And the body will store toxins in fat. So when you increase metabolism of fats, this will release these toxins. And if a person is not exercising, if they're not consuming enough water, the toxins get backed up in the lymphatic system, and now a person can experience a headache, nausea, fatigue. This is called a Herxheimer's reaction, but it's simply a negative consequences of detoxing too rapidly. So the patches should be removed, and the person should consume a lot of water. But yes, absolutely, the patches definitely trigger a detox effect.
What is the difference between, is the healing crisis and retracing different than the detox effect?
Yeah, we refer to this as a healing crisis or a Herxheimer's reaction.
So,
Got it.
2 more questions, and then we can pretty much call it done. People are asking about the heat. How much heat can these patches, if we mail it? What is the heat thing? And then why does the crystals lose its charge, or how do they lose its charge, or how come it's not charged long? So
yeah, so first of all, preferably the patches should be stored at room temperature. Now, years ago when we got started, we were confronted with this problem. So we added in glycerin into the patch. It acts kind of like a natural antifreeze, and it protects the patches during shipment and allows the patches to last long enough once you apply them to the body. Normally, the organic materials, the crystals that are in the patch, they would degrade in the presence of body heat. And in fact, the patches are designed to trap body heat. So if you were to take a infrared thermometer, you could actually see that the patches are, the temperature of the skin is warmer under the patch than it is out in ambient. And this is activating the patch. So the patches can last up to about 24 hours or so, but a person definitely does not want to leave them on that long. They could get a heat rash, but also the patches need to have a on-off cycle. So the patches work when you stimulate the skin, but if you leave it on too long, the body stops responding.
awesome. Thank you.
You wear the patches, so the X39 and glutathione, let's say you wear in the morning, and then let's say you wear an Eon at night. They have different 12-hour clocks. Is that correct?
Well, when you say different 12-hour clocks, so the example, it would be a perfect way to use the patches using X39 glutathione day, Eon at night. They're different wavelengths of light that are stimulating the body. So the body's not going to adapt or accommodate to it. So that's why we recommend 12 hours on, 12 hours off, so the body will respond to the products.
But you can wear different like you can wear X39 during the day, take it off at night, and put your Eon at night on and take that off during the day. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yes, that's right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Peter, are there any other questions on chat?
That's
Good.
it. Let's just move forward now.
Okay, so David, we want to really thank you so much for coming on and just sharing your wisdom and your knowledge. We really are in gratitude that you spent that time with us. And Peter, David already explained the product. I don't think I need to do that.
Yeah.
So why don't you just tell people how they can get it?
Everyone, if you just love what you heard and you just like to participate with us, there's only 2 ways to join us. You can come in as a customer, order this at retail. We don't want anyone to pay retail. Just click on the auto ship button and get it at wholesale price. If you love to share this with the world, just come in and pick up with any of our 5 different packages. You can get it all at wholesale price. The more you buy, the more LifeWave gives you for free to lower the price below the wholesale cost. And you get a free website, get a free app, and you get this all amazing support to help build your future together. So David, thank you so much. All 330 of us here today on this webinar, thank you for your time, your experience, and what you have created for worldwide humankind, for us all to enjoy and to really share and regenerate and repair ourselves for the rest of our lives. So thank you so much, David.
Thank you, Peter. It's been a pleasure. And many thanks to you and Marcy. Really appreciate being on and getting this time to spend with your team. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So
bye,
we'll
everyone. Big bye.
Bye.
David.
Thank you, David. Wow.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Bye.
Thank you.
We are so blessed.